here from Mindful Movement, Mindful Living, and I am here today with a movement break. It's a quick one because, of course, how long we're moving for in one time is important. So, for example, if you have a half an hour to move or an hour to move, but also the frequency with which we're moving is important. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you can fit all of your movement in, between 6 and 6:30 p.m. every day. You also need to move, or should be moving, a little bit throughout the day as well. Even if you don't have a whole lot of time to move, just a little break throughout the day will really help. Sort of reset your mind and balance your energy at the same time too, which is really nice. But our bodies are meant to move with some degree of frequency. So a quick movement break is a great idea whenever you can fit that in. So here's one right now, it'll be quick. So from here, we're gonna start just in like an all four sort of table position. So from here, I have really long arms. So I'm gonna look sometimes a little bit different probably than you will on all fours. My arms are really long. But from here, your wrists are about under the shoulders, knees will be about under the hips. And we're gonna come into just a cat pose or a cat stretch, which is a really common stretch to do. And you see that in a lot of fitness classes, yoga classes, Pilates classes. So we're just gonna round the back and then we'll just come back and just sort of go back and forth a few times. Now this is just sort of a classic stretch that we see often. Feels good, it's really simple. I'm gonna step it up a notch in a minute though. Because a lot of times, and myself included, a lot of times what you'll see, or maybe feel, is that you're not just really moving all of the vertebrae that much in your spine, you're just kind of moving the spot that moves the best. And the tighter spots might not be getting them as well, but we're gonna get those in a moment. Let's do one more here. And then from here we'll come up. So we're gonna come to seated and just bring the arms out. So I'm gonna show this first seated, plus it'll give your wrists a break if your wrists are sensitive. So hands are about shoulder width apart, and I'm gonna keep the elbows straight, just reach forward, and then draw the shoulder blades back towards the spine. So we're just protracting and then retracting the scapula. So we're getting that mobility and stability now in the shoulder girdle, which is really important as well. You can do this sitting in your chair. So if you're at your desk right now, you can do this, probably, depending who else is around you, but you could probably get away with doing this at your desk, right? Let's do one more. So then we're gonna find a place. So you see the shoulder blades are kind of moving along the back of the ribs, if you can see that sort of movement happening on the back of the ribs, the scapula on the back of the ribs. So now from here, we're gonna just sort of take that again. So for this one, we're gonna come back to that all fours position. For the hands, so the wrists are about under the shoulders. For the hands, middle fingers are gonna point straight ahead. See if you get maybe like the tips of the thumbs to point towards each other. Have the whole palm of each hand down. If your wrists are bothering you, of course, adjust if you need to. And now from here, we're gonna do that same idea. We're gonna keep the elbows straight, and we're gonna move from the shoulder blades, going back to that protraction, retraction. So now we're just loading the muscles too. You can even let your head hang here if that feels okay. So now, isn't that so great for the shoulder girdle, that upper spine area? This is so nice. So I'm gonna do one more round. Now the way, when you bring the shoulder blades towards the spine, that shouldn't take a lot of effort. Gravity really helps with that. As you press away, it's almost like you're pushing the floor away from you, right? Let's do one more. There we go, that was an extra one, but it's a bonus. So now from here, we're gonna go back into our cat a different way. So getting a little more mobility. So if your back is feeling a little tight, we always have those little tight spots often in the back. This is a nice way to sort of work out the little kinks or the little creaks in the back. So from here, we're gonna go tail to head. So we're gonna start with the tailbone and try to round, so flex the spine and think about vertebrae by vertebrae. And then we're gonna come out the same way. So tail to head, we're gonna let the tailbone float up. And then think about moving, not the whole spine in one piece, but vertebrae by vertebrae. articulating the spine. And then let's go head to tail. So we're gonna drop the head first and then flex through that upper spine, middle spine, lower, and then we'll come out the same way, head to tail. Coming back, good, and done, good. So from here, so that was a really quick one. So that is just a little cat, or sort of traditional cat stretch to stretch the back, strengthen the core, get things moving. And then we just took it like a step further. So we've got a little more mobility in that shoulder girdle, upper spine, and then all the vertebrae moving. Didn't take very long, didn't take much space, didn't take any equipment at all, but we just got some great movement in. We moved a whole bunch of parts of our body, including some of those little parts that we don't always get. So I hope this was helpful. You just feel good when you get a little extra movement in. I hope it was helpful. I hope you feel a little bit better now. And if you like this type of thing, if movement breaks are helpful to you, then please, if you'd like to see more of them, just give this video a thumbs up so I know, and I'll make more of them for you. But I hope you have a great day full of as much movement as you can fit in, and hopefully I'll be moving with you again soon. Thanks so much.